What's up, gang? It's your boy Mikey Will here. If you haven't already taken the chance, hit that subscribe button. Or if you don't know me, you plan to get to know me, got some cool stuff to show you guys. In this video, we're actually putting on these rear sub cages with the 12 bar and the little titanium block gang. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's definitely a little weird, but like it's not overly complicated. So that's why Full Metal Stunts, shout out to Full Metal Stunts, they actually sent me this rear sub cage for this bike, the FZ09. There's not so many videos out on it, so they actually wanted me to make a video. I'm not sponsored anyway, but they wanted to show gratitude, and I wanted to show gratitude back by actually making this dang video about how to put this sub cage on, because I know there's a video out on this. If you guys want to look for it, it's on my page already. But let's get into it, players. Alright, so first thing you guys gonna need is some type of Pitbull little thing to if you look up the brand Pitbull, a bike stand, lift the back tire up, makes things a little easier. Yeah, get a nice and crisp look at that Full Metal Stunts sub cage. But alright, so you're gonna take the rear foot pegs off, not the fronts. Definitely not the fronts. We're gonna zoom through this real fast. I'm actually not doing this because I don't know if you guys know, I'm black and this guy is white. I had a friend help me out. He's really good with mechanics, so he helped me out. And so you don't want to take off. There's like a bunch of screws you gotta take off. You actually gotta take off the license plate holder. It depends what. I don't know what your bike has on it. My bike has like the original stock license plate holder on it, so it's kind of a pain to get in there. But it's, if you guys can see, it's just like 2 screws, but you really gotta do some work to get up in there because it's like a I think it's like a 7 or 8 millimeter what's it called, socket wrench on top, and then you gotta use like a hex key on the bottom, just like as shown here. But it's not too much effort. You just kind of just whiz through it. It takes a little bit of muscle, but yeah. So, and once you undo that, you can kind of kick like the back fenders out a little bit, so you don't have to like take the whole thing off. You don't want to take all the plastics off. That's annoying. Even though it's a naked bike, there's still a little bit of plastic in the back. So you're gonna like take off the tail light as well, because you want that. I'm sorry, you have to have the tail light first, and then you take off, and then you can get to the license plate holder. But from there, here we go. You get a little actual test run of what it would look like. So you're gonna like just aim it up, make sure you can like slide it in. The tabs are supposed to go on the outside. Do not put the tabs on the inside. I don't think you really can. So just make sure. In a second, the video will show like how it's supposed to look. But yeah, so it just takes a little bit of like, not even muscle, just like line it up correctly, because if it's like really like perfect, to say the least. Just goes in. Just make sure you line them up. They're kind of heavy. If you have a second set of hands, it's not that it's too heavy. Not that one person couldn't do it. A second set of hands make it a lot easier, because sometimes to get the screw holes in, it's like annoying. And all you moto heads, you already know, like putting plastic on or putting whatever on. Sometimes it's annoying to match everything up to the certain side, if it's both sides, whatever. But that's nevertheless. All right, so we got both of us on. So we're gonna drop it back. So we're gonna actually put the rear tail light back on, because that's a pretty fresh tail light. I didn't want to lose that. And so from here, you just put the tail light back in the mount. This should be obviously the same way it came out. Make sure you guys take some pictures too. Taking pictures helps me a lot, and well, I use videos, but I do take pictures a lot for a lot of other stuff. So here you go. You gotta put the screws in, hit it with the Allen key wrench. You already know those T wrenches work really good, because you can really put a lot of force on those. You could use like a little torque wrench too if you got it, or a little impact wrench if you got it. Not torque wrench. Those things would just blow through those little hex nuts or hex bolts. But yeah. So guys, remember like to definitely obviously how you took it apart. But like the ending part right here, Full Metal Stunts gives you 2 bolts to screw in to your previous holes for your light and to connect the the actual back of like the sub cage to like your seat and your frame. So here we go. And same thing like before, you just need a little bit of elbow grease. You got use 2 hands to really get it. Homie's actually just holding it with his thumb. But here we go. Just getting everything tightened up. Gotta put that little bar back on. That bar is for your seat, so when you sit down, you don't come through the seat and like just crush your electronics, stuff like that. But yeah, that goes on just like that, directly as shown. Yeah, one thing, this is actually a 2016 FZ09, but most of these things are built the same. Obviously, the frames from Full Metal Stunts, they make them for all the different bikes, the MT-07, the FZ-07. Actually, I'm not even sure if there's an FZ-07. There probably is, but whatever. Yeah. So these things are similar, but definitely not interchangeable. You guys need to know that. And for this part, we're actually mounting the brake reservoir because it's kind of hard to get it. And we found that the hole for this was a little bit too small, so we had to drill it out a little bit. With that being said, it might work for you. Screw might work for you, might not. You might have to do the same thing. So that's why I like having one of those little I'm gonna say titanium bits, and you take out that screw. I forgot the name of that screw, but it's right below where your passenger foot pegs would go, and it's like a specialty kind of nut. I forgot the name of the nut too. I'm sorry guys, I'm drawing a blank here, but most mechanics will have them, or most bike shops will have them, or if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, they have those kind of nuts. Or even Amazon. Come on, you guys know Amazon. This ain't no Amazon type of joint. But we back in it. So you want the reservoir to be as flat and level as possible. So when we like had the little mount, we had to make sure it like stayed as such, and that's how we got it. And it's pretty easy bolt on because they give you Full Metal Stunts gives you a really nice bolt and nut to latch on, so it's awesome. Yep. Sometimes you might have to move your brake hose a little bit, your rear brake hose a little bit, because it's gonna be a little wonky. These back tabs definitely need a little bit of work because you really can't get them back in correctly how you want them to. Well, those tabs were fine, but the bottom tabs were a little bit of a challenge. So, and the license plate holder is definitely a challenge. So, some people say zip tie it, but I don't really want to lose my license plate, even though mine's zip tied right now, just to like get around. But yeah, make sure you hit them titanium blocks. Make sure them screwed, because you don't want that thing to fall off and hit someone's car. There's these little tiny little inserts, and you just screw them right into the pegs so they don't fall out. And it's just that simple, guys. Like, it's just a couple, and that's what it looks like at the end, just like that. Bow. The titanium block. Full Metal Stunts, guys. Full Metal Stunts. They did me up. Shout out to them. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. More content coming soon. Peace.